It's Tuesday, the 27th of February, and you are listening to Workers Connect Radio, where we bring you the latest updates from the world of work. We'll begin with the headlines. Struggle of ICDS and National Health Mission workers bears fruit. EPFO directs Odisha state to extend provident fund benefits to workers. Supreme Court pulls up Government of India for discriminatory employment policies, orders 60 lakh compensation to aggrieved army personnel. Firecracker factory turns into graveyard in Uttar Pradesh's Prayagraj district, 9 workers killed, over 7 injured. In Saudi Arabia, Amazon to pay $1.9 million to workers for labor rights violations. And workers embark on indefinite general strike in Guinea demanding internet and media freedom. Now news in detail. Struggle of Asha Anganwadi midday meal cooks and other scheme workers has borne fruit in Odisha, where the Employees Provident Fund organization has ordered the state to extend the benefits of Employees Provident Funds and Miscellaneous Provisions Act to all scheme workers. In a communication dated 20th February to the Commissioner cum Secretary, Labour and ESI Department of Odisha Government, the EPFO stated that EPF and MP Act 1952 apply to all establishments employing 20 or more workers, and the state cannot shy away from it. The move will benefit about 1.2 lakh Anganwadi workers and helpers, 1 lakh midday meal workers, and 49,000 ASHA workers employed by the state. The Supreme Court pulled up the Government of India over rules penalizing women employees for getting married and held it unconstitutional. In the matter of Union of India versus Lieutenant Selina John, a bench headed by Justice Sanjeev Khanna observed that terminating employment because the woman had got married is a coarse case of gender discrimination and inequality. Acceptance of such a patriarchal rule undermines human dignity, right to non-discrimination and fair treatment. The court upheld the order of the Lucknow bench of the Armed Forces Tribunal, which had ruled in the favor of Lieutenant Selina John in the year 2016, and directed the government to pay Ms. John 60 lakh in compensation within 8 weeks. There has been yet another mishap in the firecracker industry in the country. A blast at new Rangoli fireworks in Prayagraj, formerly famous as Allahabad, has led to death of 9 workers, while 7 others have been badly injured. The factory was located at the Prayagraj-Kanpur highway in the Bharwari town, where the explosion was heard from a distance of 5 kilometers away. The deceased have been identified as Shahid Ali, aged 35 years, Shiv Narayan, 40 years, Rekha Devi, 30 years, Mangala Prasad, 32 years, Shivakant Patel, 30 years, Ashok Kumar, aged 42 years, and 32-year-old Rajendra Patel, Sonelal, and Harilal. 7 other workers are undergoing treatment at SRN Hospital. Moving on to international news, the first one is from Saudi Arabia, where retail giant Amazon is set to pay $1.9 million to around 700 workers after an investigation found grave labor rights violations in company's supply chain. These workers were employed in Amazon warehouses through labor contractors who forced them to live and work in extremely exploitative conditions. The investigation report revealed that passports of migrant workers were confiscated and workers were made to stay in overcrowded and dirty accommodations, usually infested with bedbugs and lacking even the most basic facilities. The working conditions were so inhumane that it amounted to human trafficking for the purpose of labor exploitations as defined by international laws and standards. The last update is from the West African country Guinea, where workers have embarked on an indefinite general strike demanding that government revoke the restrictions it has imposed on internet and media. The strike has been jointly called by 13 central trade unions. Restriction on media freedom poses a serious threat to workers' right to information, which adversely affects their communication and stifles right to freedom of association and expression. That is all in this bulletin. We'll be back next Friday with the latest updates from the world of work.